morning. I'm going on a little outing today, so I thought I'd just bring you guys with me. I'm part of a Zoom Bible study with Bible Study Fellowship, and today is our first in-person meeting where we actually get to meet each other face to face, and we're having a potluck, a brunch, and the lady that's hosting it lives about 30 minutes from me, and her name's Sarah, and from what I understand, she and her husband take in a lot of different types of rescue animals, and so they have lots of animals at their place, and he works for an organization called Back to Genesis, and he travels giving presentations, and they incorporate the animals sometimes into the presentation. I think that's neat. So anyway, we're going to her house, and hopefully, I haven't told them I have a YouTube channel, so hopefully they'll let me video, and y'all can see all the animals too. So we'll be there in about 15 minutes. We're getting ready to fix our plate for the brunch, and this is Janine. She's our leader for the Bible study. And look what's coming here. Oh my goodness. Spire. What is that? Oh, wow. And this is Elizabeth. And Adrian is fixing her plate here. Oops, got you in the light. No, why did you have? So the food looks delicious. Oh my goodness. Sausage with Parmesan cheese in it. Sweet tea and unsweet sweet.
Sweet tea, and it's definitely sweet. So
okay.
If anybody doesn't like sweet tea that much, I wouldn't drink it.
This is Sarah, our host.
A toast to our host.
This is Ellie Mae. How cute you are, Ellie Mae.
She can say her name too.
Can you say your name?
She only does what she feels.
What is your name?
Ellie Mae. You want to dance first? Ellie Mae. Thank you. Ellie Mae. Hi, pretty girl.
Oh.
Cockatiel.
Yes. And these two are my birds. The only birds in our entire birdhouse. We have about 30 parrots. These are the
You have 30 birds?
Yeah, we'll take you guys to the building. See.
Okay.
This is Brutus. Hi, Brutus.
Brutus. Can you talk too?
He can. He actually has one of the best vocabularies of all of the birds in our birdhouse.
Oh.
Though he will only speak when we're in the car.
Oh, only speak when you're in the car.
And he has an amazing smoker's cough. He'll go like phlegmy, like a smoker. One of his owners was a heavy smoker, and he had a really phlegmy cough.
Oh.
And he learned that. So he can do a distant dog bark. It'll be a dog barking from the distance.
Oh. Hey, Spire. Is that your tractor? I like it. I like it. Do you help Daddy on the farm with that tractor?
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you get involved in animal rescue?
Well, for me, I grew up in Florida, and growing up, we grew up on a farm. And back home, it was the smallest town in Florida, so it was a really small town. But everybody, there were 4 cows per person, 2 horses per person. So when an animal got sick or hurt or anything, people always brought them to me, and that made my dad very upset. But I was always raising sick baby animals or hurt animals, and it was just kind of a thing. Like when I was in high school, the public works department in our town called me during school and said, "There's a potbelly pig running around town that's feral." They said, "Please go get it." And so I drove around. I skipped school, and I just walked out of class, got in my truck, and started driving around town trying to find this pig and trying to hunt it down. Well, eventually they ended up catching and giving it to me, but it just started becoming a part of like my life, I loved animals so much. My mom always told me, you're never going to find a man who wants to marry you with all the animals you want and have. So then I came up to Deer River to the internship here in Hampton at the camp. I really wanted to work in ministry and alongside kids, and so it was an opportunity. They had horses, and I was teaching lessons and stuff. Anyways, then Michael was teaching outdoor education, and when he was teaching outdoor education, he started using rescue animals from some of our friends who own rescues. Then they started giving parrots, they started giving snakes, they started giving, and we just accumulated a lot of animals, and we took over one of our friends. She passed away. She was actually not a Christian, and she started Genesis Wildlife, but she originally had Genesis Animal Sanctuary. She wasn't a Christian. She said one night she just woke up and she felt that she needed to rescue Genesis. And it was really impactful for us because that's what Michael speaks on mostly, is the relevance of Genesis in Scripture and how it brought him back to the faith and knowledge of who God is. Anyways, and so it was kind of like it flowed down to perfectly, God aligned it up for us. And so now we teach outdoor education. We use all the animals and stuff. There is an outline.
Oh, beautiful.
Goodness.
Owl. Yeah. Oh, look at those beautiful eyes. So is that the horned one? No. That's a bark.
They look similar. This is the Eurasian eagle owl.
Oh, okay. I don't know that one, Eurasian. How did you get a hold of that?
Eagle owl?
Okay.
He is actually bred in captivity, specifically for education.
Is he beautiful?
He is.
We're working with a lot of rehabilitated owls, and we have a hard time using them because they're so skittish, nervous, anxious.
Well, he's calm.
Yeah, it's very stressful. Yeah, because he was imprinted on. He's a good boy.
Look at his eyes.
Oh my goodness.
So how did he get here? 'Cause I'm assuming he's not a native species.
He's not. So they imported him, a long time ago. But there's a lot of breeders. So we got him from a breeder when he was 3 weeks old.
Wow. Now, do you have to have a license to run your sanctuary here? Or?
Typically, if we get something in that we can't keep, we don't. To avoid it.
Look how pretty this owl is.
Ranch down in Texas, in our hay barn, we have the little barn owls that look like they taken mascara and gone around their face.
Hello.
And so forth. They had nests in their hay, and the birders would always come out every year to take a look.
Can I pet?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so soft like silk.
So
We fed him guinea pigs and chicks and stuff.
His name is Alex. Owlex.
We buy whole when they come in. Yeah, we cut it. We freeze it like that.
Well, the awful thing is...
So Janine, you are a hunter? Do you still hunt any?
Am I
Hunt.
Oh,
A hunter.
That's the number. Those are Shriners, aren't they? No, not since I moved since my husband passed away. No.
So what things did you hunt?
We hunted deer, wild hog, duck, not pigeons, but doves, and turkey. You name it, and if it was wild, we hunted it.
Wow.
But we didn't hunt for trophy. If we happened to shoot a trophy, but we ate everything we hunted.
I don't know many women hunters. One of my best friend's daughter hunts, but I don't think she's been in a while either, but she killed a bear one time.
Oh, wow.
And was so excited. And then Joe's niece's son, Griff, he is an avid hunter. He loves the outdoors.
My husband would have loved it here.
Eyelash gecko or an eyelash crested gecko.
Okay.
And if you look at his little eyelashes, he has really cute eyes.
Yeah.
Geckos are really cool animals. They're kind of known for their sticky feet.
Yeah. They're very prevalent in Florida.
They can climb up things easily.
He doesn't look like the
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, now he looks like the Geico gecko doing that.
Yeah. So they can stick to just about any surface, and their feet are incredibly designed. They have millions of tiny microscopic hairs on their feet. And when you look at the bottom of their feet, you'll see these like lines on their feet, and those are clusters of those hairs, and they're called
I'm not going to buy
lamellae.
your car insurance now. You might.
And then each one of those tiny hairs has split ends, and they're microscopic. Each one of the hairs
come
is
and
about
touch you?
1,000th the diameter of a human hair.
I'm usually all about.
And they work off van der Waals forces, which are tiny attraction between molecules. And they're barely enough to hold two molecules together, but they have billions of them on their feet. And that lets them stick to just about any surface.
You can't let Joanna take the owl because
This
she'll
one
run out the
doesn't
door
have a
with
name.
it.
Have a name, honey. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a female.
I'm gonna call you Goldie. Should I call you Goldie?
New name.
There you go. You have a name, huh?
But this species was thought to be extinct until 1994.
She's
They
so
were-
soft.
Yep, they were rediscovered
Wanna
on
see
the
her
Isle
name?
of Pines in New Caledonia
Oh my goodness.
They were thought to be extinct with?
until 1994.
Okay. Now, you know, I'm sure, I don't know if you're familiar, Rocky Fork State Park, you know, that's like the salamander capital of the world practically. Did you realize that?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah, so there's tons of salamanders in the streams there. The streams were clear. I don't know after that hurricane, so much for sure. But the streams have been so clear there. And they'll let you go into the streams and look for the animals. The rangers will actually lead a couple of programs, several during the summer. You sell them some snorkel gear, and you can go under and look through the rocks and try to find salamander.
I have to trap all my voles in the front yard and bring them to you.
I want to see. Can I pick her up and see her legs like you said? I'm sorry. I just know that I can't see. I'm sorry. I couldn't see it anyway. It's too little.
I know.
You are sticky.
When we go in the birdhouse, if I would like to go in there and see all
Yeah.
of them, they have a big sign where you can see the feet of them.
She's so soft. Seriously, she just paddles so soft.
She is, isn't she?
She is.
But they're perfectly designed. Their feet don't work unless they have everything at the same time.
Yep.
So if you look at their toes, they roll up, and that's so they can detach those pads.
Oh, my.
They also have tiny claws.
A beautiful head.
A beautiful head. They're gorgeous. They're one of the most popular pet lizards.
Well, I can see why.
They're pretty chill. They're
Yeah.
probably the easiest reptile you can have to take care of.
Yeah.
And at this point, they're relatively
So why
cheap.
did they think they were extinct?
The fossil record, which we have a bunch of fossils over on the table if you want to see them.
You know who I need to call?
Yeah.
I need to call Jack Snyder and let you talk to him.
Who's Jack Snyder?
He does creation. Right here.
Sure. I mean, now listen,
We wanted
y'all normally. He's
So
a
they're-
python. Okay.
Yep. And they're from Africa. They're the smallest species of python in the world.
Oh, so he's not going to get massive and big like I think the python. He's going to stay little.
It's not going to encase me in his coils. And
And these are the most popular pet snakes.
Come here, honey.
Well, because pythons are constrictors, aren't they?
Oh, good.
She won't pet anything, but she'll
Look at
pet a
They
snake.
can constrict.
You wanna
They're pretty strong.
You'll just eat things that are smaller.
Because I'm thinking constrictors have to be big so they're so old.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Get
snakes.
something
There's some
good.
even small snakes that are constricted.
Really?
Like this deer.
You want to hold it, Elizabeth?
Hit a snake before.
That's interesting. I didn't know
I
that.
think, like when we lived, because we used to live near Watauga and Elizabeth, and we had 11 acres, and we had a lot of snakes. And so I think that's like,
Look how they
snakes have
wrapped
always just
around
kind of been
now.
around for
Yeah.
her, and so that's why she kind of.
I would have nightmares if I held a snake.
You would want
Have nightmares.
Come here. Do you want to hold him?
Sure.
I can bring them over.
Okay.
I had no idea.
He's cold. He's smooth. Real smooth.
Yep. So he has a genetic mutation called pied or piebald. He's partially
How they
leucistic,
smell.
and that's what. Yeah. So if he's leucistic, he'd be solid white,
Oh, okay.
and then the pie is like a partially leucistic mutation. Around here, you'll see deer.
Yeah.
And their
That's like-
tongues or how they smell, right? Am I
Yep.
correct?
They have 2 holes in the roof of their mouth. It's called the Jacobson's
Sometimes when
organ.
I'm feeding the snakes, I get mites on my hands.
They collect sick particles on their tongue, and then they put them in
Smell it.
So where do you find your mice? At the pet store or?
the. We buy them.
Is this your
buy
pet snake?
It's
Is
called
that your
rodeo.
pet? Or says you smiling. Is that your pet snake? Hey.
We have
Aren't they so smooth? Isn't he so smooth?
He is.
Isn't he,
They're cool. You want to hold them?
Joanne?
No, I think they can sense if you're afraid of them, and I'm definitely afraid of them.
Service without some snake hand.
No,
We're in East Tennessee.
I can't do that.
We had a pastor here several years ago down by our church that got bit and died.
Really?
His church was snake handling church. This was, no.
It's becoming fabled, but I think I'm in West Virginia.
Well, no, this is, I live down in the Lamar area, which is a very, very poor.
Is that in Johnson City, Washington County?
No, it's in Jonesboro.
Jonesboro.
Oh,
Okay.
Washington County.
Okay, all
We're
right.
outside of Jonesboro
Okay,
City.
all right. So before you get to Telford and that kind of stuff.
Correct.
That's
You
right.
can't get there now because the bridge.
I'm trying to convince her to hold a snake, and she won't do it.
Big trash containers are like coming
And he
in.
says if I don't hold this one, the next one's even bigger.
I said it might be.
Okay, might be okay.
Or venomous. You never know.
No, I'm not handling a snake. I'm not petting one. I will have nightmares forever if I held a snake.
He's not even venomous.
Black and white Argentine tegu.
Wow.
And this is a male, and the best way to tell them apart is their heads. The males have these big old jowls right here.
Wow.
Yep, and then they have a Jacobson's organ like a snake, so he'll smell with his tongue.
Oh, wow.
And they're omnivores. They're not super picky eaters if they can catch it and overpower it. They'll try to eat
He's
it.
about to start alligator rolling.
And then you can see he's
that's
lost his tail.
Okay.
And they do regrow it, but it doesn't come back the same. It's usually shorter and stubbier and
Okay.
doesn't look as nice.
Oh my
He's our newer
goodness.
guy. He's about to go to a museum in Nashville.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So we have an iguana down there.
When you say
right now.
museum, you're talking live animal, they're not gonna stuff him.
Yeah, so it's one of the other ministries that we partner with.
Yeah.
And they're, I guess, now the world's largest like creation-based museum. And so we have an iguana. We have a few animals down there, but we're bringing back our iguana, and we're taking down the
You like
tegu.
this cookie?
So what is the name of this museum?
His name is Rigel.
No, what's the name of the museum? You said it's in
The
Nashville.
Wonder Center.
The
and-
Wonder Center in
Yep.
Nashville.
Wonder Center and Science Museum. It's in
Maybe any more you
Dixon.
speak.
Okay.
So it's like 30 minutes from downtown.
All right.
It's worth a visit.
He's getting
Yeah.
sneaky.
Sounds like it.
My friend, my good friend,
Yeah.
her grandfather was a Cherokee Indian chief, and they have a big statue of him and so forth. He helped during the Civil War, and they have a big statue of him in one of the museums there in Nashville. So, but he was a smaller Indian. His name was Dragon Canoe because he couldn't hold the canoe.
The dragon canoe that they talk about at Sycamore Shoals? That was her grandfather?
Well, great.
Great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. No, he was actually very important.
Well, she was going to
To this
start
region.
Revelation with us, but she's
Yeah.
it was a little too intense for her. So.
Yeah. Wow.
So you've heard of Dragon Canoe?
Yeah, I mean, he's an important historical figure in this region.
Yeah,
Yes.
I bet.
No,
She
yeah.
has some of his like a breastplate and different things like that.
She should at least loan it, even if it's just a temporary exhibit, to Sycamore Shoals Museum.
Oh, that's true.
People would love to see it. I can understand if she wants to keep them, but maybe she could do just like a summer or 3-month special
It's just
exhibit
so cool.
there.
have to tell her.
People would really
She may not know
appreciate
that.
that.
Yeah.
You know, they have a lot on him already in the museum, so that would be quite an interesting.
I love
addition
Sycamore
to have.
Shoals.
Yes. No, they already have an exhibit on him in that museum. If she would just loan it for 3 months, that
She
would
may
be a
not
very
even know
special
that.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she needs to go to Sycamore Shoals Museum. Yes.
No, he's coming.
You would think they would scratch the deep, but on our iguana, or rhinoceros iguana that's at the museum right now, where Michael is handling her, just shredded his arm.
Oh.
Yeah, but you know, any day of the week, I'd rather get bit by a snake than this guy.
Oh my goodness.
What?
No, but I'm scared of that
Scrub all the way down.
I'm not scared of a snake, but I'm scared of that thing.
Now, where do these things, where do you find those
He
things?
told us where it came from. I can't remember. It's not North America. He just told
Where does he? Where does?
Where's he from?
They're from South America. So he's an Argentine tegu.
Okay.
And there's
On to the next animal.
Species.
The owl's down there in a cage.
She's calling, so she's, I think she's waiting for another animal.
She's calling some animal. I don't know what.
And then she wants to take us into the birdhouse.
Oh, okay.
20 parents. It is chilly, isn't it? That sun is deceiving.
Yeah, if the wind wouldn't blow, it would be all right. Uh-oh.
What? Someone fall?
But he got right back up. You going to see the pig?
When the guy he had died, he said, like, he was completely dead. He had other animals. He knew he was dead. And he was digging his hole, and he had dragged him to the hole to be buried. And then the dogs were barking. He had to run away to handle an emergency. And when he came back, the pig was gone. And he was like, oh my goodness, my pig is gone. Like, so the coyotes got him or something. And all of a sudden, out of the woods, Lazarus comes running.
Lazarus.
But the man, he's not a Christian, but he's a really wonderful man with spooky big lights. He actually named him Jesus. And, so he said, I know you're a Christian, you can change his name. I said, well, here's the thing, like, there's another man in scripture called Lazarus.
He was raised from the dead.
So,
Jesus raised him from the dead.
yeah, so we gave him a new name. Right, Lazzy?
He's got a big yard there. Move around. Now, is it?
They're coming, Spire.
Cows don't. But
The horses are coming.
so the horses know just to respond. Here come the horses. That's so funny.
Yeah, they're loping.
Knows not to come when you call the horses.
I see a head pop up every once in a while. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness, look at them. Oh, look at the pretty paint. Oh my goodness. Where are they coming to? The barn?
Okay, good.
Are these your horses? Yeah. Do you want to sit on the saddle? Keep your feet off the ground. Want to sit right there?
Well, the cows that haven't trained for feeding like this, when they see a truck coming for hay, they'll run, but only whenever you go up the road, but the horses know their call. So if I clap, usually they'll come. Whereas, like, if I call the chickens.
Hey, baby, look at your pretty blue eye. Yeah, you got a pretty eye. Hello. Hello. Say, I want some food. Want me to get you a Spire? You want to? Let's go see the horses over here. There's some. That's a buckskin, isn't it? And what kind is the one on the blanket? Is that a sorrel? Used to have a horse this color. You know what his name was? Or is? His name Nico.
Well, I definitely was really thankful for being raised on a farm with animals, showing them being able to ride and compete and stuff, and I hope that they'll enjoy it too. And Michael always wished he grew up on a farm, so whenever quarter horses are in there. Gracie is the blanketed one. She's my baby. She came with me from Florida. I've had her since she was 3.
My first horse was Gracie.
Really? Mm-hmm. The best. I love my Gracie girl. She's the one that is most well trained, if I do say so myself. And she's just my baby. And I joke that she's princess, and Michael says that she's the ugliest horse. And she's not, but he tries to pick on me.
He doesn't want her to get
Make it to the birdhouse, but another time.
They love animals.
You guys come back and we'll...
Extinction nautilus type creature, and then that right there is kind of a similar creature. It's like a squid in a shell.
Okay.
This looks like a claw.
Yeah.
But it's
That
not
is
it's not
a
an arrowhead.
small
That's,
shard of a megalodon tooth.
yeah.
I thought it looked like some kind of tooth.
Yeah, not a.
Yeah.
Well, what is this right here?
That's an Orthoceras fossil. So that was like a squid that lived in a shell. It's
Wow.
like a cone-shaped
So how did
shell.
you get these?
Some of them were given to me, and then
Yeah.
I bought some of them. I didn't find any of these, unfortunately.
Okay, we're now getting a tour of the birdhouse. I think they said they had like 30-some birds in here, so it might get a little loud.
We bought it. It was definitely something we said long term.
Look at all the beautiful birds. Doves. This is the one that was making the most noise.
Yes, this is Shirley. Her decimal range is louder than a jet plane.
Is that right?
Maughons have an extremely loud screech.
She's beautiful.
Isn't she pretty?
Absolutely gorgeous.
What is she?
She's a Maughon cockatoo. Yeah. So the ones that look, the white look to them
I love her little peachy orange color.
Isn't she gorgeous?
What's this
She's
one?
one of the prettiest birds they have.
Yeah.
What's this one?
This is this is Willie. Willie is a Mexican red-headed Amazon.
Oh my
What do you
goodness.
see? Is she beautiful?
This is millet. It's just like a treat.
Well, I've heard of it, but I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it in real life.
Yeah, I have a friend who's from Ivory Coast in Africa, and he was talking about eating a millet dessert, and I was like, that's what I do my birds.
It's just a grain. I've heard of it as a grain, but I've never seen it.
And they love it. The birds love it so much. It's just like a little seed.
Hello.
Next, you're going to have to capture a vulture.
We actually, Michael proposed to me in a vulture enclosure. I was feeding our vulture Carrie, and he proposed, and I grabbed his face and I had dead meat all over him.
I'll tell you what, if you watch them, when they catch the wind and they're gliding, they are the most beautiful gliders you've ever seen.
People hate vultures. They think they're really ugly, but they are fascinating.
Or hawks. We've got red-tailed hawks that fly around our place.
They're beautiful to watch. But I have a special place for vultures. She was a turkey vulture. I love Cisco. Hello, Cisco. Hello, Cisco. Hello. Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Hello.
Don't you? Is that your cake?
Hello. Hi, Co.
Is that fun?
Hi, Co.
I like how smart and curious you are.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
So is there anything in here?
The largest in the world.
Largest speaking gecko in the world.
Oh, smooth.
Yes.
Now, the same thing with the tail. If they lose it, they don't regrow it, or they?
They're really pretty.
Lychee skin?
Leeches do regrow their tails.
Oh, they do?
I didn't know that. I thought that all of the
So, Michael, you go around to different groups and giving presentations on back to Genesis,
Yep.
and you incorporate the animals in with your presentations a lot. Do you go to schools or mostly?
Yeah, we go to schools, churches, museums, festivals, all kinds of stuff.
I'll have to get your information and post it in case anyone wants to contact you.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
No trip.
Get everything going. We're gonna add a big waterfall in the back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it'll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, a little flying baby.
I saw you fly.
Oh, there's a caiman.
Yeah.
He got him. I couldn't see him in that dark water.
He does.
Does look like an alligator.
He'll get about 5 feet.
I'm get on the other side. Oh, look at that mouth.
Right?
Yeah.
But you know, they're not.
Oh, wow.
Rattlers have a bad reputation, but they really don't kill you. You know, you have to have them in. But they're not aggressive. If you're aggressive toward them, they're aggressive. Yeah.
They say he's making a really cool scary trail.
And my husband did go and kill it.
Yeah. Well, it's, you still don't want them on your
Well, we have
property
to.
for your animals.
There
And
she is. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, yeah. Colors on her.
Okay.
Yeah. So every time she
you're
sheds,
pretty.
every time she sheds, she'll get darker and darker and darker.
Oh,
And then as an adult, they're solid black.
Oh, wow.
And they are stunning.
These look like a coral snake.
Oh.
And there's a snake.
repelling. I just went up.
those are from
decided to
indigenous to
go,
North
and I
America?
was just doing it by myself.
South America.
And I didn't even tell Michael that I was going. He was working, and I was like, I won't tell him. I'm just gonna go. And I was rappelling, and I rappelled down, and there was what was it? Copperhead right there. I was rappelling off the mountain, and then like right here on a ledge that I just walked past, there was a copperhead just sitting there. I almost had a heart attack. I was like, oh, I could have stuck my foot in there. I could have. It was right there, and I was all alone and coming down a mountain. It's just scary things, you know.
Tortoises. Are you gonna go cut the tortoise?
Oh, hey.
We're trying to have a discussion here.
And you guys met Brutus, but beside him is Trevor, and they usually are friends. And then Obi and Albus, and then loves that.
Tropical. They're probably used to a moisture environment.
Yeah, that's one of the really nice things is it does get very dry in here in the winter instead of summer, and so having the pond now helps.
Y'all, that trip was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much, and a big shout out to Joe's sister Linda for coming over and visiting with him while I had the opportunity to go on this fellowship. And I hope you all enjoyed the video of all the animals, and I'll put in the description box below how you can contact them to schedule an event for them to come and talk to your youth group or your school group. But they do a fantastic job, and I was blessed today, and I hope you're blessed just by watching the video. So I'm headed home now. I'm going to stop at Ingles to get Joe some more ice cream. He's still losing weight. He's down to 156, and I'm trying to fatten him up the best way I can. So ice cream might do it, and he loves ice cream. So I'm going to stop and get the Turkey Hill peanut butter cup. That's his favorite. See you later. Oh, don't you dare. Linda, thank you so much for coming over and visiting with Joe while I went to my fellowship. I appreciate it so much. You just don't know.
You know I do it whether you ask me to or not.
And Joe just told me he's going to have food, and he's already had spaghetti and a tuna salad sandwich. So we'll see what he wants now, but we've got to get food in and get weight on him. All right, you be careful going home, Linda.
God bless you.
God bless you.